Hello, it's Alex here at Fun with Comics and Toys, and I want to welcome you to another episode of our weekly comic book / toy haul series. This one's going to be a little bit special as it's going to be from the Comic-Con that I attended over the weekend. And man, there was a lot of good books there at the show, and I did pull the trigger on quite a few books. So you'll definitely see this in this exciting video here. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, as I would greatly appreciate it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, as I really appreciate the support. Without further ado, let's roll those titles. Okay, guys, it's going to be the Comic-Con haul, and for this haul, I got a lot of vintage books for you. As well as some, I guess you could say, like modern age back issues as well. But for the most part, it's pretty vintage. You know, because like even this stuff from the 90s is considered like kind of vintage in a way now. Since it's like, what, almost 30 years now ago? Hard to believe that. Here, next up is going to be the Mighty Thor 312. The Terrible Threat of Tyr, the God of War. Battle for Valhalla. Next up, Detective Comics 675. Love those foil covers from the 90s. There's talks of maybe this particular era of comics being called the Chromium Age or the Steel Age. But me personally, I think I would like to call it the Steel Age if, you know, we get to a consensus on this this particular era of the 90s. They're thinking of cutting it off because it didn't quite make sense for modern age, since it's been so many years now, almost 30 years. Okay, next up I got for you guys is Wonder Woman 76. Brian Boland cover. Really nice. Wonder Woman 67. This is one of those bondage covers. This one actually is a pretty respectable value, I would say. There's a pretty good, decent value to it. Next up is something you don't see all the time. Spider-Man: The Final Adventure. This is my first time ever finding this particular series back from the 90s. I'm really surprised I've never come across it before. So I did buy, I think, 2 back issues of this. I don't think I found the number 1 though. No, let's see. Oh, actually I did. Yeah, there's the number 1. Just gonna need the other parts then. And here is Fantastic Four 390. And this is a homage cover to Fantastic Four 48. Kirby's classic cover. Just liked it. And plus I don't have 48, so it's nice to have the homage basically. Here's another homage. This is issue 49 for Fantastic Four's homage. And this is Fantastic Four 391. If This Be Doomsday, the very famous storyline when you first saw Galactus on the cover, and, you know, seeing the Silver Surfer coming on the scene. Fantastic Four 354. This is a spec book. It does command a good amount of value. It was nice to find this in the dollar bins at the Comic-Con that I went to. It's a little lesser known key that a lot of people don't know about. Here's another lesser known key that a lot of people don't know about. This is Fantastic Four 272. And this is the first appearance of Reed Richards' father, which is pretty cool. DC Comics Bombshells #1, United for Victory. Well, since it's a #1, it's got some value, probably, But not all #1s are, worth money or nothing. But I just took a safe bet because I do like the niche of it, so I think it has some value. Here's another one that has value, but people just don't pick it up, I guess. Blue Devil #1, found out in the dollar bin as well. Next up is a really nice clean copy of Marvel Team Up #10. Really to have that in the personal collection. Really happy about that. Next up is the Green Lantern Corps 224, also known as Green Lantern 224. This is actually the last issue of Volume 2, if I'm not mistaken. So, you always want to pick up last issue sometimes. Because it's, they're probably not a very high print run. Issue 50 of Swamp Thing. I think this might be Saga of the Swamp Thing. Yeah, I think so. Okay. And then this one I was really surprised to find the dollar bin. Green Lantern 201. The first appearance of Kilowog. Definitely worth more than $1. Another minor key. Superman Batman 23. First appearance of Batman Beyond in continuity. Web of Spider-Man 100. Nice foil cover. I love those foil covers. I think it's my second copy of that. The die cut Punisher Warzone #1. Love those die cut. Yeah, in the 90s they have a lot of those die cut foil type covers. Always nice to see. Got a real good price from that. Next is Web of Spider-Man #1 annual. Just like that cover a lot. This one is Ghost Rider Captain America Fear one shot. That was pretty cool. That might be the Marvel's Scarecrow right there. Because I know that Marvel had a Scarecrow as well. Yeah, found this for $1. Thought that was worth it too. X-Men 30. The marriage of Jean Grey and Scott Summers. Very cool book. That's my second copy, I believe. And this may be my second or third copy, I'm not too sure, of issue 75 of the Silver Surfer. Really love that cover. Wonder Woman 294. Beware the blockbuster. Okay, here's some current books that I was just missing. Catwoman 28 of the current run from Rom V. I'm going to start seeing this on my channel more and more, as I've heard many good things about this particular run. Next up, Catwoman 27, the High Speed Heist for Rom V's run as well. Next up is Batman Annual 11. And this is an Alan Moore story, which I did hear from another channel on YouTube. Definitely going to give this a read. I heard that the story is really, really good. It's a Clayface story. Like he's basically in love with a mannequin from a department store, and it's just really messed up. I think this is going to be one of those sleeper books that I never knew about, for sure, because I think it was Manhunt Collector. He did a video called All the Batman Stories You Never Heard Of, and that was one of them. And I said, well, I just happened to pick it up, and so okay, I'll give that a read. Okay, some back issues for my big run of Legends of the Dark Knight. Here's issue 73, Werewolf Part 3 of 3, the finale of that particular story arc. Just a filler issue. And Legends of the Dark Knight 77, The Sleeping Part 2 of 3 by Scott Hampton. Here is Spider-Woman 41. A really nice cover. I really love that cover. Really cool. And here is a New Mutants third printing. Did a little speculation on that because the second and third printings are not as abundant as the first printings. I do have 2 first printings. And now I got another one for you. I got 2 third printings. And how you'll know too is third printing has silver letters in the 100 here, and then second printing will have gold letters. And they're shiny in nature as well. Here is another filler issue, Batman 546, nice Joker cover from Kelly Jones, artwork line here when he was doing the art on Batman at the time. Back in, that was back in September of 1997. Another book I've been specking on for the last couple of years, Tales of the Green Lantern Corps Annual number 2. And you're probably wondering, what exactly am I specking on here? This is the story of the Blackest Night, like about the prophecy. And I think this is going to be an important book in the future. And no one's really buying it, but I've been specking on it. I think this is like my 3rd copy or something, and I'll just keep buying them because I think the Blackest Night is a significant prophecy. So that needs to be spec'd on. Batman 577. When Larry Hama was doing Batman. Very cool. Batman 556. From the Aftershock storyline that they did in the 90s. After Catalysm, I believe it was, storyline. Let's see. This issue, Batman dies in 586. I highly doubt that. This is from the Brubaker Batman run. And another one from Larry Hama's run is issue 579. This is a Minor Key. This is the first appearance of this hybrid whale type villain. Happy to get that Minor Key. Another Kelly Jones cover for Batman 539. I know, I believe my mom, she doesn't like Kelly Jones artwork because she thinks that he draws Batman's ears too long. But it looks like in this one he kind of tamed it down a bit. Here's another Kelly Jones cover, 537. I did get a lot of Batman at this Comic-Con. A lot of Batman. We're happy to fill in some runs. Batman 544. Really like that Etrigan, also known as the Demon, cover. Another Kelly Jones cover. Got a lot of the Kelly Jones run at this Comic-Con. Here's a direct edition of X-Men Adventures, number 1. And this is another one that kind of just backing on because I'm thinking they're going to do a cartoon again in the near future. Then also got another one, but this is going to be the newsstand edition, which is a little bit harder to get. So very happy to get the newsstand. And I believe some other videos I was watching, they were saying that newsstands are usually rare after 1986, are usually harder to get. And that definitely would fall under that spectrum. The harder to get newsstand for sure. Here's another one, but yet I haven't found it yet. This is Elektra number 2. Still trying to find number 3. I'm finding every issue but number 3. And the reason why I want number 3 is it's considered, but you have to find the right one though. You have to find the recalled edition. It had some nude scenes of Elektra in number 3, and I said, oh yeah. Jungle Action number 2, 20 center. That is my second copy of Acquired. Been really doing good lately with Jungle Action. Usually you just don't see them laying around, but I've been getting lucky. Hopefully that continues into this year some more. Marvel Tales number 12, 25 center. But it's technically a Silver Age book, and it is a reprint. Man, but they're cool though. I like those covers. And here is a second copy of Challengers of the Unknown for my collection, number 80. The first one I got is really in good shape. This one is not as in good shape, but I still got it because, you know, it's good stuff, you know, good books. Really good books. Now this one I was really surprised to get a killer deal on the Comic Con floor. Amazing Adventures 18. And if you're wondering what's key about this, this is the first appearance of Killraven. This is my first copy ever for the PC collection. Monsters on the Prowl, number 30. And actually, this is significant as this is the last issue of Monsters on the Prowl. Really happy to get that. Next up is Avengers 202. It was an issue I needed, and it's just a really killer cover. Ultron Undying. And I got a really old Blackhawk 222 Silver Age Blackhawk. It's quite knackered up, but it's old, and I just decided to get it. Next up is The Shadow, number 2. Really like that cover. Next up, Marvel Team Up 54. Spider-Man and the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk is dead, and you're next, Spider-Man. Fire the cannon. Treachery at Tranquility Base. Good stuff, good dialogue. Here is my second copy that I've acquired recently. This is the number 1 of King Size Annual. Had to pull the trigger on this one too. Got it at a better price for my second copy this year. Next up is Detective Comics 366 classic cover. The Batman. Another issue that I've been wanting to get, Batman 191. Finally got it in decent shape too. Really happy to get that one. Now this is a very iconic cover. It's quite beat up, but I'm happy to have it. Giant Size Man Thing number 4. Really killer artwork. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this for horror. Next up is Predator Big Game #1, a little 4-part miniseries. Did a little speculation since Predator is coming to the Marvel universe. Wow, really happy to have this one. The Avengers King Size Special #1. This has been one that has always been out of my price range, and I finally got myself a decent deal and was very happy to get this one. Very happy. This is one of those books that you have behind the glass, you know what I'm saying? And this one, much people don't think about this series, but I had to grab it. It's a #1. Fantasy Masterpiece #1. This is a pretty rare book. It's not worth a lot, but it's rare. And looks like to finish this off, I got a little stack of Black Hawk for you. I've been really doing good at Black Hawk this last 2 years. 164, a 10-center. Really rare, I would say. It's really hard to get 10-center books anymore. Black Hawk 187. Black Hawk 168. The Menace from the Black Hawk Museum. Something's happened to Andre. He's attacking us with that whirling dervish machine. Okay, and to finish off this this haul, I have G8 and his Battle Aces. It's just a one-shot book from the Silver Age. Really happy to get that. Nice painted cover. Beautiful. Anyway, that's going to conclude the video. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button and subscribe. And for those of you that have done so, I thank you for your support, as I really appreciate you sharing this journey with me. With that being said, Excelsior.